everyone, so today I'm going to be sharing with you all my favorites from the month of January. And when I always do the January favorites, it feels sort of like it's been a long time since I did like a true monthly favorite, since I always sort of skip over December. Not skip it, but I do more of like a collective favorites for the year. So a lot of like specific things that I've just recently discovered don't usually make it into December's. So I'm really excited about this one. Well, no, you can't see it. My little bench back there has like a ton of stuff on it. This closet's a mess. I'm sort of like kind of cleaning, kind of rearrange, and I still need to put hangers on those tops that I got recently from Target, so it's a mess back there. But luckily, I think I'm blocking it, so that's all good. Nail colors. I was gonna paint my nails for this video. If you ever like, you go in a phase where you don't paint your nails and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna paint them tomorrow, I'm gonna paint them. And you just never have a good time to do it because you're either in a hurry or you're about to do this or you're about to do something and you know, you can't like have wet nails. So that's been my life for the past like few weeks. I've just sort of like skipped it. Anyways, this is the shade that I wore to IMATS and it's the shade that I've been wearing a lot lately and I think it's surpassed the Curiosity shade as my favorite from this whole line. And it's hard to say that because I haven't tried every shade, but I have those. I have one other large one. I have some glitters, and I have that big collection of, I think, the 25. That's a bunch of different colors from their range, and these two are just the best. The Curiosity, which is the red, and this one. It's a nice blue because it is blue, but it's not like a bright, like, kid-looking blue. It's a really sophisticated, pretty blue. It's very like, it's a really just pretty moody shade. It's just hard to describe. I love it. It's not like my Dior Blue Label, which is probably, I love Dior Blue Label. Very rarely do I ever go through an entire bottle of nail polish, and that's one that I have. That one can look a bit black because it's so dark navy, but this still has that sophisticated darkness to it, but it's blue. It's obviously blue. I think next though I'm gonna do this. I picked up one of these Revlon perfumeries, which are these little ones that are supposed to look like perfume. They're scented, and this is the African Tea Rose. I think that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm just ready for spring. I think that would be a fun color. I'm obsessed with dry shampoos and like trying different ones and figuring out like what the best, you know, I just sort of think it's fun to try a bunch of different ones because it's something that I do go through fairly often. I wash my hair usually every other day. I just washed mine today, so it's a little, you know, I didn't do anything to it. I thought I would give it a break. But the Aveeno Pure Renewal Dry Shampoo, I think out of every dry shampoo that I've tried to date, this is my favorite. This has a nice fresh scent to it. It's not one of those wet ones that like, you know, you feel like you have to wait for it to dry. It's very white and powdery when it comes out, which is a good thing and a bad thing. My hair isn't super dark. I don't know what it would be like for people that have black hair. But I know when I first sprayed on, you can see that it's white and powdery, and I was afraid. When it first happened, I was like, okay, this isn't good. But the second I just, you know how you always have to do that with a dry shampoo, and then you brush it out, it's totally gone. But then it gives you truly the look that you just washed. Like, it really gives you a ton of texture, but gives you the clean feeling of, like, just washed hair. So that, I think, is a winner. The Colleen Rothchild Restorative Hand Cream. You guys may have remembered me mentioning several months back, I was like, oh yeah, I've got a new hand cream, and I kind of teased you with that, and I wanted to keep showing it, but her website for this line just launched, I think a few weeks ago, I don't know exactly, but I wanted to wait till they were available, obviously, and I did show some of her products that I've been using in my skincare video, and everything I've tried is really great, but the restorative hand cream is just like the best. This is a new brand. She, like I've said so many times, I don't accept things. I mean, you guys would not even believe how many offers I get multiple times a day to try new products, to try products I've heard of, to try products I haven't heard of. And for me, my whole, like, I don't want to say brand, but my whole, like, image here, and not an image, but just what I want to do is showing you guys what I like. So a lot of times for me, it's more worth it just to get the things that I want to get and then make the videos and show you. That's more worth it for me than accepting a ton of freebies that I feel obligated to show. Then my channel just ends up as like what? Just, you know, a big advertisement, you know? Like that's not what I want to be used for. And I'm very stubborn and very like stick to my guns about that because that's just what I do and I'm not going to do it. And honestly, as a YouTube person that makes videos, that's not worth it anyways. I mean, that's not even how we make what we do worth it, you know? That's not how we benefit from all of this, is through freebies. So that's dumb. Like, I don't know. If it's something that's genuinely like interesting or something that I believe in, then of course I'm gonna try it. We would not know about so many things if that's not the case. I had been talking to her personally. I found out a bit about her, that she had, you know, developed skincare products for other brands for years, and that's just what she does. She's really smart about that kind of stuff. Very smart about that kind of stuff. And I think when she made her line that had her name on it, she really made it like the best of the best stuff. And it's pretty impressive. Everything that I've tried has been really impressive. So I can't believe I've talked this much about hand cream. Well, not really about the hand cream, but about like that whole thing in general. But this is just like, it's so nice. It has like an herbal sort of smell mixed with like a sweetness. So it's not going to be like overpowering like that of like an Aveeno or something like that, how those are just really herbal and strong. It's not going to like choke out anybody if you apply it on an airplane or anything like that. I've been using it a lot when I travel. But I keep this in my purse all the time, keep it by my bed. It's great, great stuff. And it has some ingredient that's supposed to brighten, let's see, age spots, crepe-like skin is reduced. It has a bunch of good ingredients, and feels just very velvety. It's very good if you have like aging skin that has like maybe it has an ingredient that is good for that. So it's not just like a lotion, it's actually doing something, but it's just great. It makes my hands feel really good. Funny enough, this is definitely probably the last thing that you would expect to find on a favorites video of mine. The Naked 2 palette. I've said so many times it's my least favorite of the three, and it still is, but I can't say that though, because I wasn't going to include that in this favorites video, but then I was like, I have been using this so much that I have to. It's what I used today. It's what I've been using in my last several videos. When you guys have asked what I've been wearing, sort of like that silvery, you know, I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but one of the reason that it's my least favorite is because of all of these frosted colors. They all blend together. It's just not very versatile. If you apply them in different ways, they just end up into one blended mess of a frosted color, as frosted shades sometimes do. So I feel like this isn't very versatile, but I have been doing this one look and I have been loving it. So I use this Verve shade, which is a really cool silvery gray. It's not one of those silvery grays that's gonna turn blue though, like most do. You know what I mean? Like some of the silvers that you use look blue. This one does not. So it has a really nice natural tone to it. And then I use the Blackout and what's that shade called? Busted in the outer corner. And you see, like, I did use the black, but it doesn't look like I use like black, but you know, you just sort of blend it and it looks nice. I use the Tease, is that what that says? Yeah. In the crease, and then these two shades as highlights. So I've been into that. I like that shade a lot, that silver Verve shade. I'm not sure if that's one that you can get separately, but it would be worth checking out because it's good. I'm obsessed with the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. That's no secret, but months back when I discovered that I had pretty much all of them except for like one or two shades, I decided to check those out since I loved the others so much, and I do have a video all about those. I will link below. But the thing about these is it's not like a one range of products that you would select one shade based on your skin tone. For me, like having, you know, like being a singular person, I can use every single shade in the range for something different, and that's what's difficult about these because they can get expensive, but they're literally products that I use every day. And this Ethereal Light is one of the lighter shades that probably if you looked at all of them, this is the one that looks the lightest. And it's not shimmery, it's not frosted, it just has a beautiful, almost like satin glowy finish to it. And it's very similar in like formula to the Diffused Light. The formula and the finish is similar. The Diffused Light is what I use as my setting powder every day. The Diffused Light is a little bit, it has a little more of like a yellow tone. On your skin, it's very it's just very nice. It diffuses the look of imperfections. It's just a nice setting powder. It's not cakey, it's just natural. So you could definitely use this as a setting powder, but what I've been loving it for is setting my under eye concealer and brightener and all that. And like, you know, I've always said, when you do a brightening product or a highlight or anything, it's always flattering just to sort of, I remember when these brushes first came out and I was using my Emphasize by MAC, I always said it's a good idea just to sort of like, you know, add a little stamp of that right there. And this color is very similar to that. So when I do my under eye concealer, I just super, super lightly just sort of dust it. Sort of just like that. And it's really flattering. You can even put just a little bit. These are just great. I love the ambient lighting powders. Caudalie Grape Water, I mentioned in my skincare video, and I, at that point, had just started using it again. It's really great stuff if you have skin where you feel like you need a toner. Obviously, like after you finish washing, you know, you just like something light, but not having to put something that's harsh or that has alcohol or anything crazy like that on your skin. So this I really like. It says it soothes and moisturizes. Now don't get crazy. It's not going to like replace the moisturizer or, you know, anything like that. But I like this because it's better than some of the face sprays or any sort of like toner that I've tried like that. Because, you know, like think like the Aveeno spray, which I just can never justify, or because it is a bit expensive for what it is. Any of the other face sprays, like they feel good when you first apply them, but then once they dry, it doesn't feel like it's really done anything or made your skin feel any more comfortable. This one does. I feel like it takes away that tightness. It just makes your skin feel good, but you still have to use a moisturizer. You know, it's just a face spray. The Covergirl Lip Perfection Jumbo Gloss Balm. I've mentioned this so many times, but it's truly what I've been wearing the most this month. I use the shade 270, which I believe is Cocoa Twist. They don't have the actual names on them, but see they roll up like the Clinique Chubby Sticks, sort of similar to that. They're just very nice. The packaging is super nice. They're affordable, and I always say that like every time I want to go to the store or every time I'm like at Target or at the drugstore or anything like that, I want to pick up more, and I never think to look for them. So I need to like put that on my little list and like not forget to look for those, but I do want to try different shades of those. They're just very light. They have a lot of color, but they're dry enough to where they really stick around. So those are nice. The Nars Orgasm, again, an old product, but something I've been really loving again this month, and it's the only blush I think I've worn all month. It had a little bit of a dent when I first started using it this month, but that is definitely most of that is from my use this month, I think. But it's just so good, and it's just nice. It's a pleasant surprise when you don't use some of your favorite products for a while. You sort of use other things, and then when you go back to them, you really see how great they are. I've said that so many times lately, but it's just so true. And since you guys liked this so much when I did this last time, I did this a few months ago, where I did sort of like a collective review of products that I had recently purchased and things like that, because I feel like when I do hauls sometimes, not all those products are used all the time in videos or for tutorials, or they may not even like warrant being shown in favorites, but they're either good or bad, or you know, I may feel a certain way about them, and they do sort of like warrant a review, but I wouldn't do like a full video just on the individual product. So I think sometimes it's nice to just sort of like collectively review new things and just kind of tell you how I feel about them, good or bad. So I'm going to get some stuff together to do that with soon, because I do have a lot of fairly new things that I may not have talked about. So I'm going to do one of those soon. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day and that you had a great week. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.